If you're looking for some natural hair inspo, then this is the video for you. Today, I'll be showing you how to achieve this super cute 2-in-1 cornrow and braid out hairstyle that can be worn in a high puff or out in an afro. This look is so fun and simple, so let's get right into the tutorial. So to begin, I'm working with slightly stretched and detangled hair. Now for this hairstyle, you'll want to get your brush and tail comb out, along with your favorite moisturizing products. I used Cantu leave-in conditioner, shea butter, and a mix of castor oil and olive oil. And also I used some gel to get a nice sleek look. So next we can work on our first part for our cornrows. So I'm starting off with a side part and I'm making a diagonal part across my hair just like this. And I'm taking my time running my tail comb through my hair little by little to get my part as straight as possible. If you have thick hair, then you know it can be a struggle parting your hair. So that's why you want to make sure your hair is detangled before you start. It took me a little bit of work to get my part straight, but I got it done. Then next, you're going to want to apply a little bit of gel to the roots of your part just like this and use the soft side of your brush to smoothen out your roots to give this braid a nice sleek look. Then I'm following up with my favorite moisturizing products, which I really should have done first, but anyways, I applied some leave-in conditioner and water, and then I followed that up with my oil and shea butter to lock in that moisture. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I went over my part again to make sure it's nice and sharp. I also went in with a bit of edge control to really get that sleek look, and I just worked it in with my brush. Okay, so now we can go ahead and start our cornrow. So you'll want to start with a small piece and section it into 3 strands and begin braiding like a normal braid. Then to start cornrowing, all you're doing is just sliding your pointer finger under the middle strand, grabbing a bit of hair under the next strand and braiding it in. And you just repeat that motion over and over again. I'm not the best at cornrowing my hair, to be quite honest, but practice makes perfect. I mean, I never used to be able to cornrow my hair at all, but I just watched a lot of videos, practiced on my hair, and eventually I got the hang of it. So keep practicing. If I can do it, you can do it too. You'll also want to make sure you're doing your best to grab all your hair into that cornrow, but not making it too tight because you don't want to cause too much unnecessary tension on your edges. So then you can just continue braiding down the section and also add a little bit more leave-in conditioner to your ends to keep them nice and smooth. And when I reach the very end, I like to do a 2-strand twist because it's easier and it gives my ends a neat finish. So now we can continue on with the pattern. So all you'll need to do is make another diagonal part in the opposite direction, just like this. And I actually made the mistake of making my parts too big at first. So after this, I went ahead and redid those first 2 cornrows because I realized they were too big. So make sure your parts are pretty small. Otherwise, you're not going to have enough room to do the 4 cornrows. But anyways, just like before, I moisturized my hair and added some gel along my roots before doing the cornrow. And like I said earlier, just take your time with it and make sure you're gripping the hair as close to your roots as possible to make sure it's neat. I personally love to do hairstyles like this with cornrows in the front. I don't know about anyone else, but the front of my hair is a lot shorter and a bit damaged compared to the rest of my hair. So by keeping it in these cornrows, I'm able to make sure it's tucked away and I don't have to worry about styling the front, which can look a bit awkward sometimes because it's so short. So hairstyles like this are ideal for me. If you're in a similar situation, then you can relate. Also, if you don't know how to cornrow yet, you can totally just do this look with flat twist too. Don't even stress about it. Okay, so once you do that second row, you can just repeat that 2 more times for a total of 4 cornrows. And you can see here, this is where I realized I made my braids too big. So I did redo them off camera. And so this is what the pattern is looking like once it's done. I apologize, we're a little bit blurry, but as you can see, I did 4 cornrows in this little zigzag pattern. And now we can move on to the braid out portion of this hairstyle. So all I did was plait the rest of my hair into some medium-sized braids. So I'm just repeating what I did with the cornrows by adding some water and my moisturizing products to my hair and also making sure that the section is nice and detangled before I braid it. Then I just split the section into 3 and braided it all the way down. And in total, I had 11 of these medium-sized braids in my hair. Also, I'm curious to know how everyone else plaits their hair. I've been braiding my hair with this overhand technique lately, and I swear I never used to braid my hair like this. It seems a little bit more complicated, but now it's like, I don't know how to braid my hair any other way. So let me know if you guys braid your hair like this too. You could also do this style with a twist out instead of a braid out, but nowadays I'm definitely team braid out over twist out. I think that the definition and stretch is just unmatched. Yes, a braid out does take a little longer, but I think the results are worth it in the end. So anyways, once I reach the bottom of the braid, I just twist the ends and twirl it around my fingers. And with that, the first stage of this hairstyle is complete. My fingers were hurting a bit at this point, but I'm just so glad I got it done. And I feel like my hair actually looks really cute on its own like this. Like, this could be a really cute protective style. But anyways, to continue on, I'm adding some mousse onto the cornrows because I really want this to look nice and sleek in the morning. And then I'm tying my hair down with a little edge scarf to make sure that it lays nice and flat. Then I followed up with another scarf for the rest of my hair. And then on top of that, I also wore my bonnet because I did not want to take any chances of my hair scarf slipping off and this hairstyle getting ruined. Okay, so now we can just go ahead and go to sleep and we will work on our braid out in the morning. So it's the next morning and this is what the hair is looking like. It came out so beautiful. Like I was saying, I feel like this could just be a hairstyle on its own. Also, I did go in with a little bit more edge control on my edges in the morning. So now let's go ahead and take down our braids. So the first thing you want to do is add some oil onto your hands and your fingers to reduce frizz while you're taking out your braids. Then all we're going to do is unravel those braids. So this is why I like to twist the ends of my braids because I find it helps to unravel the braid at first. And you want to make sure that you're taking your time with this. You don't want to rush because you're just going to ruin your results, right? So make sure you give yourself enough time in the morning to take down your braids. There's also a little technique to make it go by faster. If you pull the two outer strands of your braids, it kind of just unravels on its own. I didn't really do a good job showing it here, but sometimes you can see what I'm doing. If you just pull the outer strands, it makes the braid come out a little bit faster. But it only really works if you braided the hair neatly in the first place. Anyway, so once I unravel all my braids, I add a little bit more oil to my hands and I separate each section. So I'm just going in and gently separating the curls where they naturally separate. You don't want to force the hair to separate too much because that's how you cause frizz. Then I'm following up with my wide tooth comb and I like to use the comb to get rid of any parts in my hair. So as you can see, I gently use the comb to lift my roots, making sure not to disturb the curl pattern too much. And then I also go in with my fingers a little bit to fluff out my hair. And this is what the style is looking like. I absolutely love the results, but just wait. Let me also show you how you can wear this style in a high puff. So all I did was I gathered my hair into one and then I took a little hair tie and tied it around my hair loosely so that my puff can look nice and full. Then I went in with my wide tooth comb again to pick it and give it that fullness that I desired. And that was pretty much it. I think it came out so adorable. This is one of my favorite hairstyles I've ever done on my natural hair. I actually wore this for about a week and a half and I went back and forth between wearing it out and in the puff. If you do wear it in the puff, then all you need to do is wrap your hair at night, or you can put your hair into some chunky braids at night to refresh the braid out. So please let me know if you enjoyed today's tutorial. And yes, I did record a makeup tutorial for this look, so stay tuned for my everyday makeup look next week. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and take care.